Hinkle. This here's Donnie Weaver. We went fishing in southern Indiana this morning. A beautiful day in southern Indiana for fishing.
Almost spring-like.
Yep. Thank you, global warming. We're going to recreate a piece of that fishing trip for you via improvisation. In order to do that, I would like a suggestion of a news story that's strange but true.
Woman gets arrested for hitting her husband because he farted.
Is that true?
It is a true story.
Did that happen here in Florida?
Yes.
Then it's not strange. But I'll run with that. I'll run with that. Woman hits her husband. Open hand hit, punch hit.
I didn't really read the article that.
It kind of, like that's the story.
Yeah.
All right. And it's a rich piece of source material. I like that.
What would you say is the most pressing issue in the world right now? ISIS.
Sweet.
Hilarity.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, this here will be the woman hits her husband for farting ISIS fishing trip. Enjoy. Radio like she's on, right? It's just like you should go away, but it's, I mean, you can go into different stores. It's like, hello. like she's, I mean, back when it was like, fire through the rain, like that was like a whole year, and then it was, God, what was that other fucking song? And like you think you'll never forget them, and you can only forget them.
Skyfall.
Yeah, Skyfall. I was in the Kroger's and like where was it? 3 years ago, and I was waiting at the meat counter to get some fucking pork tenderloins, and Skyfall comes on. I'm like, God damn, this sounds like a James Bond song. and fucking Danny behind there, yep, it's a new James Bond song. And listen, see, that's Adele. She's a commercial wrapped in a commercial.
Some would say that she's a transcendent artist. She's one of the transcendent artists of our time.
What?
Some would say that.
Like transcending what?
She's iridescent. She floats above the scrum of normal music.
I mean, it's
you know she's the same age as Taylor Swift.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
Is she really?
Next to Adele, Taylor Swift looks like a tiny baby girl, like a little baby fawn.
Yeah, but Taylor Swift, I mean, she can write some fucking songs, man. That one song, I've never heard
one about the boyfriend who fucked her over?
I think that was Alanis Morissette.
No, that's any Taylor Swift song.
Oh, is it?
Just about.
Well, there's the one she does. It's the most disturbing pause taken in any piece of music ever written. It's like right after, 'cause I got a blank page, baby. I'll write your name. It's just like
disturbing in a haunting way.
It's disturbing because it should be, because I got a blank page, baby, and I write your, but it's like, and I got a blank page, baby, and then in your mind she goes like, I'll write your fucking name. And you don't expect that from her because she's kind of doe-eyed and innocent.
Oh yeah, she looks like a tiny baby.
Yeah.
Who would rip your throat out and break up with her.
But she was always...
You know what I think the most disturbing pause in any song is?
What?
It's that long moment in, what is it, Nights in White Satin? Right before that guy goes, breathe deep. There's that long pause right there. Like all the orchestral stuff comes up and then it just like stops. Breathe deep. Remember that, dude?
Yeah, I remember.
That's disturbing. That'll scare the shit out of you when you're driving at night.
Yeah, that like that part, I wonder if Vincent Price's role in the Thriller song was based on that.
Maybe.
Like, how did Vincent Price get that gig? Like, how did he meet Michael Jackson? And Michael Jackson, like, oh yeah, you want to do something scary?
Vincent Price, man. Who wouldn't want to do something with Vincent Price?
I'd love to do something that's really dead, but that Thriller video was good. Yeah, I'm just saying, Adele, like, I like Adele, but I don't know if I should like Adele, but I like her. And then, you know, she went to the same school as Amy Winehouse. You know, and when I found that
School of
out.
Hard Knocks.
Some music school in England. It's got like an uppity name, you know, it's kind of like.
Royal Conservatory of Music.
Yeah, probably.
It's always royal or.
Yeah, royal, esteemed,
Makes it seem more important than
something,
it is.
probably there's Oxford in there somewhere. But like, and I found that out right after Amy Winehouse died, and then for a second I was because I was so sad that Amy Winehouse died, and then I heard that she and Adele went to school together, and I was like, wait a minute, did the right one die? But then it's
I'm
like,
starting to question whether or not you do like Adele.
I know, I do, I did, because
You're
she's like.
saying one thing, but you're acting another way. I mean,
No,
if you acted like that around Taylor Swift, she would write a song about it.
Yeah, that's, like, Adele is kind of like the cocaine of music. Like, once you've had a little Adele, it's like, oh, I wonder if there's more Adele gonna be coming on. What radio station is this? I can call this radio station, just order just a little bit more Adele. We'll just have just like a little bit more Adele. That's all. We'll just have a little bit more Adele. That's all. Just a little, just like a little bit more Adele. Then do like a serial call. Yeah, just a little bit more. Like, you gotta have some more Adele, because that's what she does to you.
I think there's one phrase I can pretty much assure you I will never say in my life. And it's that one. You want me to move away from the tree? I'm just gonna troll without that one.
All right, that's good. I got 3 lures stuck in that one.
That's where they like to hide. They like to hide back in
No,
here.
I know.
Get back here in this
We should be
cold.
fishing towards the tree.
Not necessarily. The water's colder out there. They're gonna go from here out to there. Trust me on this.
Still got my $7 Boss Frog hanging from that limb up there. I don't want to get it so bad.
Nobody stop.
Amy Whitehouse, that was a talent. That was a transcendent talent. You see that documentary on her? Oh,
Why
man.
would I watch an Amy Winehouse documentary?
Because,
I still got 4 seasons of Friday Night Lights I haven't watched. Get in line behind the coach, Amy. That shit's important.
why is that important? I've never seen Friday Night Lights. It's just a rip.
What?
Something. I've never seen
You've
Friday
never
Night
seen
Lights.
Friday Night Lights?
Dude, fucking, after Hoosiers, nobody should do a sports anything.
No, Kyle Chandler kicks ass in Friday Night Lights.
It's like,
Clear eyes,
is it Texas
full
football?
hearts.
Is it Texas
Can't
football?
lose.
It's Texas football,
Yeah,
right?
Texas football.
Yeah, so who gives a fuck? It's Texas.
Texas, football to Texas is like basketball is to us.
Right, but we're in Indiana. They're in Texas.
Thus the comparison, dumbass.
Texas, except for Austin, which isn't technically Texas. Austin is like the Vatican. And then the rest of Texas is like fucked up like Italy. Except it's
So
like
it's like Lesotho.
like Lesotho.
Is it Lesotho?
I think technically it's pronounced Lesotho. Right?
It's spelled Lesotho.
It is spelled see,
Anyway,
I
same thing.
Lesotho.
Same concept.
Right. It's what is it called? A name for a body contained within a larger body?
Parasite?
Tumor?
Tumor?
No, like a geographical body of land.
Oh, you mean
like
geog-
not geology, geography.
Landlocked, enclosed?
It's not a province.
Quarantined?
It's not a, it's like a private, it's a geographical name
It's,
of a time, like a
stuck.
place within a place.
Stuck?
It's a place,
Stuck.
it's like it's not landlocked, it's like
No,
a.
it's not
It's
landlocked.
a,
That's if you're like.
it's not a township.
No, it's not a
a-
township. That's a political term.
It's like a
County or
fucking,
parish.
what is, I know that goddamn name.
I
It's
know
like
what
a-
you're talking about.
I know what it is too, but like,
Circle
it's like,
around
like
by
now I
its
feel like I
entire
gotta get it, because if I don't get it, and then you
Oh,
get it,
man,
then I'm
what
gonna
is
be
it?
pissed
It's
off
like-
for longer
it's
than I
like
would
when
have
there's
normally
like
pissed
a
off if I hadn't brought it up.
Oasis? Is it
No,
Oasis?
that's like that's
No,
a,
that's
that's
not
a abundant place of richness and water and like a desert. Conceptually, it's similar, but it's more geographical. It's like, it's not emotional, it's a factual geographical
There's
term.
a term for
Where
it, it's not
there's a
geological.
thing, there's a
It's not
piece,
like a-
it's
I
a,
don't know.
it's
No.
a separate
I
entity.
don't know. That's not it.
It's a separate
It's not,
entity.
that's,
It's
you're
a,
gonna convince yourself.
I'm not, well, I'm not gonna
Something
get it.
different.
I'm not gonna get it, and I don't want you to get it. The Amy Winehouse documentary is excellent.
Got no interest.
Well, it's an age-old story, but horrible, terrible father, desperate need for affection from a male figure, aligns herself with some guy who just so happened to love cocaine and shooting drugs and whatever. And this guy, he was also like a rocker or whatever. He was like a rocker on the way down, and she was a brilliant talent on the way up. Some might say a God-given talent bestowed upon her from the heavens. And then she got wrapped up in drugs, and her need for that affection from a father figure vis-a-vis her relationship with this man was ultimately her demise. And when she split up with that guy and she went into the shitter, it was her dad who all of a sudden showed back up. Oh, you're famous. Hey, guess what? I give a shit again. And he like pulled her into rehab and put her in rehab. And here's the ball
She didn't
buster.
wanna go.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
I do know that.
She was clean, all right? On her fourth time into rehab, she was clean, and she went to this island with her friends, and she was totally clean. And then her dad calls, I'm gonna come down and check on you. I'm gonna bring a film crew because they're doing a reality TV show. And she's like, well, okay, Dad, okay. Big mistake. He shows up with a reality TV crew, and guess who the reality TV show's about? Him. It's about him. And so now they're interviewing him with Amy in the background. He's talking about Amy like she's not there. Like now go ahead, like manifesting right in front of her what the whole problem was the entire fucking time. The entire fucking time. The whole, like he's standing there just like fucking spouting gas out into the fucking air about how important he is, and then she should have fucking punched him, but she didn't. She fucking relapsed, and she ended up dying of a fucking drug overdose. Is it 27 when they all do that? I blame the father, that's my point. It's a chilling document with music
That's
that will
part of the
take you to
problem.
the heavens. That's,
Your reaction to that is part of the problem.
what are you talking about?
What'd you just say?
You said it's the father's fault.
I blame the father.
I blame the father. I blame the father.
Let me ask you this. Anywhere in the story, did the father hold her down on the ground and stick a needle in her arm? Did that happen?
He wasn't there
Did it
to
happen?
do that, Donnie.
Did it happen?
He wasn't
Did he hold
there.
her down on the ground and stick a needle in her arm?
The
Did
needle,
he put a needle
the
into
needle,
her arm?
the needle,
Did
he
the
was
father
gone.
inject her
The
with
needle
heroin?
was a metaphor
Did he
for her
hold a
father.
needle?
Her metaphorical father was the needle, and the heroin behind the needle was the metaphor for the love that he never gave her. And he shot her love into her veins, and it was poison. It was filled with an empty hope that it was something substantive, but it wasn't. It was fucking heroin. God, you're shallow.
I'm just saying it's all about choices, man. It's all about choices. He didn't make her do it. Does she have
He
free will
provided
or
the
not?
conditions.
Does she have free will or not?
Of course she has free.
She's got free will.
She's got partial free will,
She doesn't have
contextualized.
partial free will.
It's
She's
partial.
got complete and total free
It's
will.
nature nurture,
She's
you
got free
dumbass.
will.
It's your DNA versus the situation you're born into. It's psychological proof. You carry the DNA, that just sets you up for the way your receptors experience your atmosphere around you. And then the whole socioeconomic circumstances, which are dominated by the fucking
Holy
patriarchy and a
shit.
white male point of view anyway. And, you know, this poor girl who doesn't have a father, it's like, oh, every fucking body that ever wrote a book with rules were followed, some white male, and the Christians will tell you, oh, it's those Aramaic people were white guys too, but they're not. They were Aramaic people of brown skin. But you can't tell people like Ted Cruz that, because he's too busy blowing himself over multiple takes about, Mom, talk to me about how great I was as a child. I'm different. I got daughters. I take responsibility for the fucking institutional privilege I was born into as a white man. I don't know what the fuck to do about it, but I'm taking responsibility. We gotta teach our girls different. Your boys got it easy, they can run around with their fucking hands on their dicks. It's like, well, that's what boys do. What do girls do? They, you know, fucking eat a salad and throw up because they need to look skinny like a fucking model. Jesus fucking Christ. We're all assholes. That's the problem with men. We're all fucking assholes.
Let me ask you this, do you teach your daughters to apologize for being born girls?
No.
Okay. Would you teach a black person to apologize for being born black?
No. Why the
Would you
fuck
teach a Catholic to apologize for being born Catholic?
You're not born Catholic. You're born a horrible,
Sometimes
horrible
you're born a
human
Catholic.
being.
Would you teach a Jewish person to apologize for being born Jewish?
I wouldn't. Their mom
Would you?
would. Their
I'll give you that one. Point is, I will not teach my boys to apologize for being born a boy.
Not
Fuck
apologize.
that.
I'm not. When did I say we should apologize? I just say we're horrible. We need to
We're
own.
not.
We need to own.
Everybody's
privilege.
equally horrible. It's just our turn to take the blame for it.
Hold on. Say that
It's all
again.
It's fine. It's like a
Are-
big clock.
Are we?
It's like a big clock, and the big hand of blame just circles around. For a while it was this, and for a while it was that, and for a while it was this, and now it's our turn. It's our turn. Everything's our fucking fault. Well, I'm sorry, I was born a white man. But everything in your life, every shitty thing that happened to you, is not my fucking fault.
But I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to get through the day just like you are. So fucking get off my back.
Yeah, and you know what? You're in reaction to the apology. Apology is not ownership. Apology is a fucking cop-out. It's like, yes, I am a white man. I was born into institutional privilege. It doesn't mean personally I'm a racist or a sexist or a homophobe or a genderphile. I'm not sure if that's a word, but but the ownership of like, oh, you know what? Here's what I know. It feels uncomfortable to say I'm an institutional sexist. I'm an institutional racist. I'm an institutional homophobe. That feels uncomfortable. But you know what it doesn't feel is uncomfortable? It doesn't feel as uncomfortable in being a woman in a man's world, or a person of color in a white man's world, or a gay or transgender person in a straight cis man's world. Cis is a great word. It means straight and you like pussy.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking
open
about.
to the transformation that's happening in the
Why
world.
can't we just continue to say, hey, I like pussy? Why do we gotta say I'm cisgender now?
Because
What does that mean?
Because it's a neutral, it's a neutral language.
I'm
It's
not
come-
neutral. I definitely like pussy. I am not neutral on that subject.
I'm just-
I absolutely, without a doubt, like pussy.
Right, but
I like looking at it. I like the way it feels. I like tasting it occasionally. Everything about pussy I like. So one, that's clear, and two, don't blame me for that. Somewhere out there's somebody going, thank God somebody loves pussy.
if you express that point of view around an organizing committee, there would be a parade that would happen. Do you want a parade?
Hopefully it would be in
that's
my honor.
Do
That should be a parade.
Do
in my
you
honor.
want a parade?
Let's have a
going?
pussy parade in my honor.
That's what I'm talking.
Just line them all up. That's how I read them right
That's
now.
horrible.
I will be the grand marshal of that parade any day. Any day. Put me in a big pink Cadillac right in the
Despite my newfound social awareness, I'm having a hard time disagreeing with you. Because my first thought was, that would be a horrible thing. You never get a permit for a, I'd like to sign up for a I Like Pussy Parade.
That'd be good though.
Would it be? That'd be like a good,
Why couldn't you get a permit for that?
I don't know. Would they give it to you?
I would hope so. This is America still.
I'll bet they get, you know what? If straight men and lesbians aligned and went in and applied for the permit, I'll bet that'd do the trick. The I Like Pussy Parade. And then you could have like, because then you could have like fucking, you could have Mellencamp, and you'd headlines be Mellencamp and the Indigo Girls. That'd be a fucking kick-ass concert. Right?
Yeah, I gotta do that. Maybe there's Melissa Etheridge in there.
Yeah.
Melissa.
Melissa Etheridge is great.
Sure.
Fucking, what's the other one?
Katie Lang.
Yeah, she's great too. Katie Lang, she's like the lesbian Amy Winehouse. I love her. I want to say Christina Perry, but it's not her. But man,
Katy Perry.
no, fuck no, no.
Matthew Perry. I'm just trying to jog your memory.
I know.
Christina Aguilera.
I can't remember it. I don't want you to get it, so let's just change the title.
Are you talking about a lesbian singer? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. But no, I don't want it because you're gonna get it
The
before
band
me.
Perry?
No, it's not the band.
The band Perry?
It's not Stephen Perry. It's not. It's not fucking. What?
Perry Como.
Everything I want is right here in my hands. Right here in my hands. Right here in my hands. I think she's talking about pussy.
Well, I can tell you, I don't know if it's your version or not, but that's a song I don't want at my parade.
What are you talking about?
It just sounds like a shitty song.
God damn it, what's her name? It's Christina fucking something. Christine something. I'm not gonna get it, and I don't want you to get it. Let's talk about something else.
Just saying all those words. Why? When did we?
Because it's important.
When did we become so afraid of words? God damn it.
Yeah.
We used to be able to talk about anything. Now you can't say shit without somebody getting pissed off.
When do we get so
We're
afraid
so
about
we're
pissed off
afraid
people?
of everything.
We're afraid of pissed
afraid
off
of
people.
everything.
We're like, it's not the words. It's like we're afraid of offending people. But why not meet people where they are, right? It's like if somebody comes into the fucking coach's lounge, right? It's it's like you're entering into a bar with 16 52-inch screens showing satellite sports from all around the world, featuring a Bloody Mary bar, fine food, fine drinks, a clientele largely based at Indiana University fans, but other Big Ten fans are certainly welcome as long as you walk into that
Not
context.
necessarily.
And Nobody for Purdue. As long as you walk into that context and step into that context with the spirit of, oh, this is a Big Ten bar, lots of sporting things from around the world, fine food, fine drinks, Bloody Mary bar, you know. You start there, and then you can like express different opinions. That's what makes it lively. If you respect the bar, hey, come on
Until you say something somebody doesn't like, and then you have to apologize.
No, you
Why
don't.
do I have to apologize because you don't like what I say?
But no, if you lead with that coming through the door,
Yeah,
then you got to apologize.
We were in line at Shakey's the other night,
Okay.
right? For the buffet. And that Wednesday night pizza buffet kicks ass.
It's really good. It's really good.
So I'm standing there, and Trey is
Did you get a
standing.
side of hush puppies?
Yeah.
Those fucking hush puppies are good.
Trey is, it's
The
me.
cinnamon ones?
It's me and Janine and Trey, right?
Fucking cinnamon
And Trey
hush
looks
puppies.
behind us, and you know Trey's got his IU basketball T-shirt on,
Of course he
and
does.
he looks behind us, and he says he says to this kid who's wearing a Purdue T-shirt, he says, I don't like Purdue. And Janine says, don't say that. And I said, why can't he say that? He doesn't.
Of course,
He
it's
doesn't,
fucking
right?
Purdue.
He's like, and
Why
the
did he not
kid's dad's
express
like,
that?
well, that's okay, you know, we don't like IU, that's okay. And the moms are all like, you can't say that, don't say that. And then Janine, you know what Janine said? She says, well, you know, just because you like one team doesn't mean you can't like more than one team. It's like, you could like both teams if you wanted to. I'm
Not
like,
IU.
no, he
No,
can't.
you can't
You
like IU.
cannot.
You don't fucking like IU. That's the whole.
Like,
that's the
what
whole
the fuck
point of
is wrong
sport.
with you?
No, that's crazy.
Don't tell him, don't
Are
fill
you
the
guys
boy's head
okay?
with
Are you
lies.
okay? Is your marriage okay?
Fine.
Are you okay? Are you in counseling?
But that's coming from the voice of somebody who's never loved a team with passion. She doesn't care. You can like one team and like another team. Like, what the fuck are you
No.
talking about?
Yeah, that's-
No, you love your team. You want the other team's plane to fucking crash.
Right,
On
right,
the way home from the game.
right.
That's a successful season.
Yeah, right. You're missing a step.
Beat them on your home court
Right,
and
and
have
then
them
they're
involved
playing-
in a bus
That's
accident
it.
on
That's
the way
it.
home.
You gotta beat
Just to
them
rub it in.
Beat 'em. Boom. You should have never come into our house. God damn. Fucking West Lafayette. You ever notice how when you
Hurt
drive
their
through West
feelings.
Lafayette, it just
Fuck your
it
feelings.
smells like fucking fertilizer and animal husbandry? They walk around with their fucking smug engineer faces and their protractors in their goddamn pockets where their cigarettes should be.
That's what pisses me off about all these presidential candidates, right? Fear. Everything about them is about fear. Every choice they make is based on fear, right?
Or pandering.
Well, no, it's all
Pandering fear.
It's all stirring up fear. We should be afraid of this. We should be afraid of that. We should be worried about this. We should be worried about that. Can't do this because this bad thing might happen.
Right.
Can't say that because that bad thing might happen.
Right.
We used to be the country of go fuck yourself.
Right. Yep. That's
Right?
true. That's true. That's
There's
true.
a big ocean over there. There's a big ocean over there. If you think you want to come over here and mess with us, go fuck yourself. You want to come in from Syria? Come in. You want to come from Mexico? Come in. Everybody can come in. That's what the Statue of Liberty says. Bring them all here. Give me your shitty people. I'll take them. Give me all your shitty people.
There's so many
And I
ways.
will give them a chance to be not shitty. On one condition, don't fucking piss me off. Now it's like, oh, we shouldn't even let them in because something bad might happen.
Fuck that shit. Let them in.
Come on.
They already
Bring
have
it.
our attitude. Like,
Bring
fuck
it.
those guys. Fucking everybody here, besides the Native Americans, everybody here is here from a lineage of fuck you guys. I'm going there.
It's driving me nuts.
They got fucking 20 different flavors of Lay's potato chips. I'm getting the fuck out of
Right.
here. Have you tried those
And you can
biscuits
eat
and
'em-
gravy? Have you
you
tried the
can eat 'em
biscuits and
anytime.
gravy Lays? The biscuits and gravy Lays? It's,
I got an issue with those. I only
you got
like
an issue with biscuits and gravy Lay's potato chips?
I only like biscuits and gravy in their purest form. I don't want some charade biscuits and gravy.
All right.
If I'm getting that flavor in my mouth, I want the whole 9 yards. I want the sausage, white pepper. I want all of it on a plate. I want it dripping off my fork.
Right, and homemade
Oh,
biscuits, not some
God
fucking
damn it.
Pillsbury poppin' fresh bullshit.
Or a
Homemade
or a potato chip.
buttermilk fucking biscuits, right?
I want another
Here's
chip.
what you should really
That's
be
just a
pissed
lie.
about. I'm gonna
I
tell you.
would feel like I was eating a bag of
You're pissed
lies.
about the wrong thing. You're pissed about the wrong thing. This is why you need to fucking experience and rebel out of experience, not out of ignorance. When you taste the biscuit and gravy chip, then you realize why you should be pissed off. Why you think you should be pissed off is like, oh no, I like my biscuits and gravy, and then it conjures up all the images of biscuits and gravy, and the sausage milk and the white pepper and the black pepper all dancing in your mouth just after a fucking hangover, just like, oh, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. But ignorance and prejudgment keeps you from tasting what the real offense is. And the real offense is when you take one of those biscuits and gravy chips and you put it in your mouth and you chew on it. If you don't look at the picture, which is hypnotizing on the bag, you will find that you are eating a sour cream and onion potato labeled as a biscuit and gravy potato chip.
How is that even possible?
Right, exactly. You know why? A picture and marketing and photography and Photoshop or whatever the new version of that is. They put that, it's like Lay's potato chips, your biscuits and gravy, just like what your values are, Donnie. Your core values are being put on something that's not really that thing. They're repackaging and remarketing an old, do we even call sour cream and onion a favorite? No. No.
It's not a favorite.
No. And so they're repackaging
It's now and
it.
also ram.
Yeah, right. Now you got like 3 different versions of like barbecue hot sriracha whatnot, right? But the offense should be taken as like you're trying to call this thing something that it's not. It's sour cream and onion repackaged as biscuits and gravy. It's just like it's still sour cream and onion. But now they're calling it something else. It's like what the fucking Tea Party did to libertarianism. Like libertarian, great fucking idea. Just like everybody's the same, everything's fucking the same, small government, whatever. And then all of a sudden what happened? Tea Party. Tea Party is like fucking biscuits and gravy on a sour cream and onion fucking thing. And it's emotional.
Like ISIS.
What's that?
ISIS. That's like Al Qaeda, right?
Oh, right.
It's
right.
just new marketing.
It's just new marketing.
Somebody just went in one of those caves and said, you know, our numbers are down on
Numbers
it.
are down. It's not good.
We got to reposition ourselves in the market.
Right. Some Muslim cleric probably issued a fatwa. There will be no more sour cream and onion jihadists. From now on, we are biscuits and gravy jihadists.
We need to make a bold repositioning statement in the terrorism space.
Exactly right. And fuck it if our product cannibalizes our other products,
Right.
because that's the whole nature of it. We're going anti-marketing on this. We're introducing a new SKU onto the shelf where this particular product is invited to cannibalize all the fucking other Lay's potato chips, so that all Lay's potato chips become known as biscuits and fucking gravy potato chips. But it's not gonna happen because it's a lie, because they're really sour cream and onion potato chips, which nobody fucking liked in the first place.
Remember when we used to aspire to go to the moon, and now our aspirations are like, what other kind of flavor potato chip? No wonder we're fucked up. Spend our time thinking about making different flavor potato chips. We ought to make pussy potato chips. That's marketing.
Marketing.
I mean, you're hitting at least 3/4 of the population right there. 'Cause you got all your guys.
All your
You got
guys.
all your guys. You
All
got
your
your
guys.
lesbians.
You got your lesbians.
You got the college girls who want to experiment.
Right. You got the suburban housewives who are living an empty life, drinking white wine all day, and
Yeah.
think, what the fuck, might as well eat
Yeah.
some pussy chips.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing worse than a
Hold on.
cul-de-sac to break
50
your spirit.
50 shades. See, that's technology put to
That's-
good use right
Yeah,
there.
that's right. You couldn't call them pussy chips, I don't think.
Might as well call it what it is, right?
No, because.
Call it what it is.
Call it pussy
Don't,
chips?
don't call it a essence of womanhood chip.
No.
That could be anything. Just call it what it is. What have I been talking about the whole fishing trip? Call shit what it is. It's a chip that tastes like pussy. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
I think
enter
you
that.
should.
I'm gonna enter that in the Super Bowl contest.
We can take us to the Super Bowl, man. It's fucking good.
Hell yeah.
And now I realize what you're talking about fear, like that, because it's like, yeah, like that sounds like a great idea. Like that's a truly innovative, great idea. I believe there'd be a market for it. But now I'm fearful, based on my new awareness, that the patriarchal society would take it and co-op it. And like all of a sudden, now it's like pussy chips, like, you know, some fucking marketing white dudes with cigars, you know, post-Don Draper are all sitting around an office. It's like pussy chips, somebody in Vegas, oh, we need some fucking slot machines, and we'll get our pussy chips. Everyone spend pussy chips at the crack table. And then all of a sudden, like, the pussy chip hotel will, like, fucking, right? And then all of a sudden, the pharmaceutical companies will get pussy chips. Oh, we're going to rename yeast infections pussy chips. You have pussy chips? Well, you're going to, monostat, 1 day, 3 day, 4 day pussy chip treatment, right? And it's like,
That wouldn't happen because I would trademark the name pussy chip. For the chip.
Donnie, you are not more powerful than the pharmaceutical industry, trust me.
I'm just saying.
I'd be with you.
That's one of the best ideas I've ever had.
It's a great one. That's even better than breast lounge.
That was a good idea.
I don't know whatever happened to that,
It was a
man.
good
I thought you
idea.
were gonna run with that.
No, it's just, it was too classy for this area. I mean, when guys in this area go out to see strippers, what do they say? What do they always say?
We need someplace classier.
No, they say, I'm going to the titty bar,
Oh, right.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I tried to classy it up.
I know you did.
West Lounge,
I was behind you.
classier. Dreamweavers, God, I wanted that to work.
Dreamweavers would have been
I
great.
wanted that to work.
And the Velvet VIP line with
Hell yeah.
the loop of Gary Wright singing
Yes.
Dreamweavers. Welcome to the present.
God, that would have been good. See, now I, see? Just saw it's all timing.
Yep. All the good ideas get consumed by time and fear and life.
I went so far as to have auditions. I had auditions in my house one day.
Did you?
Until Janine came home. Janine came home early and she didn't misunderstood. Like, this is market research! She fucking punched me right in the mouth. Man.
You were having auditions for breast lounge performers?
No, well, it was more like research. You know, I was giving them scenarios. It's like, let's elevate this. How could you elevate your act? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like what kind of scenario?
Well, you know, I went and got actual strippers,
Right?
and I hired them to come to my house.
So,
And I said, okay, now imagine yourself in a much classier place than you work now.
so you
How
were
would elevate
elevating
your-
them. You were
It
elevating.
was
You were
more-
stepping out of your
Yeah,
institutional.
you might say that I was bringing back the grand tradition of burlesque in a way.
Oh.
In my living room, while my girlfriend was at work. But it was purely for market reasons.
Well, yeah, sure, yeah. And sometimes perception's reality until it can be proven otherwise.
She didn't see it that way.
Well, you had to prove more. Did you have them play out some scenarios in front of Janine?
No, I never got that far. I told you, she almost fucking knocked me out. She's got a good right cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I knew.
Yeah.
She did highlight in college, right?
She wasn't on the team, just she did it for fun.
Just recreational highlight. Yeah, like those, they got bigger arms than tennis players, man. That's what freaked me out about tennis players. If you look real close, they got the one arm that's just like freaking Hulk arm, and then the other arm's like, oh, hey, I'm here. I'm here too.
Like a bowlers are the same way. Pitchers, quarterback.
Right.
Bake it in? Could you bake it in,
No,
or would you like it?
it'd be like one of those,
Dry it, you freeze dry it. You
Not-
take it, you dry it, then it
You
make it into
would
like
have to synthetically recreate, right, the essence of it, right? You know. and
No,
then-
it's like it's like that, that powder that you get on your fingers when you eat barbecue chips or
Right.
Doritos. It's gotta be in the powder, so somehow you get the flavor, and then you.
It would be in the powder, but the powder would have to be
And then you
mass
make it-
produced.
you
It'd
dry-
be
you
mass
dry
produced.
it,
And that would
dry
be
it.
the thing.
Shake
That would
it
be
on
the
the
thing,
chips.
right? Like you mass produce it. You would synthetically produce, reproduce variations of pussy scent that's both edible. You
It's
you
not
turn
the, I
it
don't
into
care,
a
no,
powder.
not the smell, it's the taste.
No, but you're
Taste.
thinking too small because the joy of it is you
Because
eat the
sometimes the
chips,
smell can be
you eat
off-putting.
the chips, and
You
then
gotta
for a
get
couple
past it.
hours you're like, there I'm those fucking pussy chips were good. Like that.
There's a way.
Yeah, there's a
There's a
way.
way.
And there'd be some people that would wash up right away, but you don't call them chip lovers. Those aren't technically chip lovers. What's we have? They got those labs.
Now, there is a danger. We have to figure out how to make it okay. There'd have to be a coloring, right? There's gotta be a coloring. Because let's say.
No coloring.
Yeah, no, hear me
Clear.
out. Let's say you're at work. Let's say you're at work, right?
Yeah,
And you wanna have lunch, right? So you get yourself a sandwich.
right.
And you go over to the gas station, you get a pop and a bag of chips, right? A bag of pussy chips. So you come back, you eat that lunch, right?
That's all you're having for lunch is pop.
No, you've got your sandwich.
That sounds
from
like a
home.
Coke
No. You got your sandwich. Hear me out. You got your sandwich from home.
All right.
Right.
Oh, of course you do.
Right.
Right.
You got your sandwich. You go get some pussy chips. You get a soda. You eat lunch. Then you go home. When you go home, your wife. She's got to know.